think you did, Susan.
Well, there are a lot. Okay. And just on a positive note, persons with ADHD are highly creative individuals. Quick-minded, funny, intelligent, successful at doing something they're passionate about, energetic, sensitive, and compassionate seems to come with the package, and are really very good problem solvers, reacting in emergencies, and truly desire to make a difference. So you will see a very authentic person there many times. And here are our famous people with ADHD, I guess self-admittedly or diagnosed. And we have Einstein, Robin Williams, Whoopi Goldberg, and who's that funny guy in the middle there?
Jim Carrey.
Jim Carrey.
Okay, and our very own
Dean Hudson.
Dean Hudson.
You know it was being added on video.
Okay, well, you know, that can be. Okay.
Do you want to speak to that at all, Dean Hudson, on the video?
Not, I mean, I can speak to it on the other thing if you want me to.
Okay.
Not necessarily.
Do you want me to do this one?
Yeah, go ahead.
So some of the treatment for ADHD, it's not curable per se, but there are a lot of things, a lot of options that people have. Medication has been shown to be very effective. People report that in taking medication they feel more focused, able to concentrate on their schoolwork. There are different psychosocial options, so tutoring and mentoring, sometimes putting people in a one-on-one context versus a group situation can even help them to focus. Behavior modification, Susan's going to talk a little bit about that. Counseling, again, a one-on-one relationship where we're looking at coping strategies that might be effective. Social skills training, Susan mentioned the boundary setting, so we might help someone know when to be assertive and to be more comfortable in social settings. And then support groups. And actually, between 70 and 80% of people who have these symptoms, if they participate in one or more of these treatment modalities, they feel much better and their symptoms are alleviated. We're going to talk about behavior analysis.
Right, as an ABA student, my focus is going to be on behavior because changing behavior is going to change the outcomes, and it's a logical scenario. It's good to have other methods of support at the same time, but I have found that behavior modification is helpful in retracing my steps and seeing where I went wrong or did not set myself up for success, and therefore have put some things in place, worked very hard to put some things in place to change those behaviors, and it has been successful. In any case, analyze one behavior needing attention and negatively affecting your life, such as chronic lateness. That seems to be, you know, the big one for a lot of people. Specify when, where, and how this behavior occurs, like retracing your steps. Why are you late to class? You know, trace the time, trace, you know, did you not wake up? Did you not put 3 alarms where you should have had 3 alarms instead of 1 because you overslept? Trace it all the way back to what may have really caused that pattern of behavior in this scenario, and then just kind of generalize it. Prompt yourself that every time this behavior occurs, you intervene. Write it down, trace back your steps, and you can create your own behavior plan. Identify the chain of behaviors contributing to this behavior, and the results will be setting yourself up for success. Using technology to prompt planning, writing everything down where you can retrieve it. That little hand will not stop, by the way. So anyway, writing things down, having a timer. For example, I set a little watch with a timer that just beeps every hour, and I know that, so my day doesn't just float away. It goes off on the hour, and that gives me some sense of what part of the day I am and how much time I have left to perform tasks. If you're in meetings and you're having, most people can't remember everything that they've heard in a meeting, so it's a good idea to write everything down. And recording, using your phone as a prompting device. Like I said, 3 alarm clocks, if it takes that. Just whatever kind of device, grab it and help yourself. Okay.
Some other strategies are, there's something called mind mapping, and on the next slide I'm going to show you just a couple of pictures and examples of these. There are free software packages that you can download, and it's basically just a visual organizer of ideas, for planning projects. And then I'm also going to show you a site called CogMed, and this is based on, there's computer training being done where distractions are actually embedded into the computer program, and they're showing that they can actually increase people's working memory, and which thus leads to behavior change. So there are some, if you look on the website, there are some locations, even in Indiana and Ohio, that have people trained to do this. Again, we mentioned boundaries, so just recognizing your limits, knowing that sometimes you have to say no in order to accomplish your goals. Asking for instructions to be repeated or written down, so asking professors to maybe put the instructions in a different way, to just double check those. Thinking through decisions, so that impulsivity piece can lead someone to just make a very quick decision without having thought through what the pros and cons or the consequences might be. If you're working on your computer, not to be checking your email, or if the little thing that comes up to say you've got an email, the tendency is going to be to want to check those all the time. So beware of that. Organizing your workplace, if the area around you is organized, that can help to foster a sense of organization as well. Routines, and then there are people who specialize in ADHD and who